As expected, basically, just in terms of who was doing what. Joe Flacco and Kenny Pickett were, for the most part, splitting those first team reps. That's how I thought that was going to go. And then Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders, the two rookies, they once again were working primarily.
Mary Kay Cabot is back at it again, throwing shade at the one and only Shedeur Sanders. It's as if the hate can't stop flowing, and this time, she went too far. She went on to claim that Shedeur Sanders, the same Shedeur Sanders who's been absolutely destroying defenses, leaving defenders in the dust, was supposedly training with the fourth team. Fourth team? Without much in the way of reps or even any coordinated team effort. What a joke! But here's the thing, folks. We all saw what Shedeur Sanders was doing. Breaking ankles, leaving defenders grasping at thin air. He wasn't just training with the fourth team, he was out there making the entire field his personal playground. So, let's break it down. Mary Kay Cabot can say what she wants, but actions speak louder than words.
With the third teamers and the fourth teamers and kind of picking up the slack there and really not working so much.
Mary Kay Cabot is trying to instill the idea that Shedeur Sanders is not doing much and is just waiting. I guess she lives in a bubble of hate, completely out of touch with reality, ignoring everything that's truly happening on the field. Her hatred for black players is so deep, it's blocking her conscience. And it's not just Shedeur Sanders she's trying to tear down. No, she's out here saying that Kenny Pickett could be the starter, that he is the real player to beat. Let's be clear, for real.
As time goes on, but it still seems to me like Kenny and Joe are going to be the guys.
Pickett. I guess she is not in her senses. Let's have a look at this throw. Pickett took his time in this rep, and still he couldn't find his receiver. I mean, this is the quarterback that Mary Kay is vouching for. This is the guy she thinks has what it takes to be the starter. It's hard to wrap my head around it. The truth is right there in front of her face, but somehow she's still missing it. Shedeur Sanders, with his ability to break down defenses, make pinpoint throws under pressure, and lead his team, is light years ahead of Pickett. Yet, for some reason, Mary Kay can't seem to see that. And it's not just that she's not giving Shedeur the credit he deserves, she can't even let it go. Even when she's not outright slandering him, she's still backbiting. Take this, for example. She went on her Twitter and shared a video of Coach Stefanski talking about Shedeur's speeding tickets. Why? Why is she still trying to drag him down with something that's already been put to rest? That case is over. It's done. Shedeur's focused. He's moved on. And yet, Mary Kay is still trying to make him the subject of her narrative. It's petty. It's unnecessary. She first asked a reporter to ask these controversial questions from both Coach Stefanski and GM Barry, and then shared both on her Twitter profile like she is running an agenda. But let's be real, there is nothing she can do to hide the truth. She kept on saying that Dillon Gabriel is better than Shedeur. Dillon Gabriel struggled with consistency. His throws, though quick, were often too rushed, leading to misfires and passes that didn't give his receivers a chance to settle. At times, the ball spilled out of their hands, as the timing just wasn't there. On the other hand, Shedeur Sanders has been out here breaking ankles for 2 days straight, putting on absolutely great games. Shedeur wasn't just throwing perfect passes. No, he was leaving defenders in the dust. His ability to make defenders miss, to break ankles, has become a highlight of every day. And you want to know what Mary Kay Cabot has to say about it? Nothing. Let's take a look at this play. Shedeur rolls to his right, eyes locked to downfield, when the defender closes in, thinking he's got him cornered. But Shedeur? He wasn't having it. With a slight tilt of his body, he makes the defender bite on the wrong angle, completely losing him. And just like that, with one fluid motion, he skips past the oncoming pressure, leaving another defender in his wake. It was a move that had the defense looking lost, unsure of where he'd gone. But Mary Kay Cabot? She's turned a dead eye to all of this. While Shedeur is out here making defenders look foolish, proving himself over and over again, she's too caught up in her own narrative to recognize what's really going on. And then, as if to top it all off, Mary Kay Cabot posted this play of Dillon Gabriel as the throw of the day. Yeah, you heard that right. She shared a video of Dillon Gabriel making a throw to an entirely open receiver with literally no defense in sight. Not only that, but she went so far as to call it the best throw of the day.
Let's get some. Play fake two.
But let's be real for a second. When you actually watch that throw, it's clear what happened. Dillon Gabriel launched a ball that had so much airtime, it looked more like a punt than a pass. The receiver had to sit there waiting for the ball to come down. And the only thing that made that play successful was the complete lack of defense. There was no pressure, no coverage, no nothing, just an open target. It's almost laughable, honestly. To call that the throw of the day when you compare it to what Shedeur has been doing is like comparing a bicycle to a sports car. Shedeur's out here making precise, on-the-money passes under real pressure with defenders closing in and the clock ticking. And if that wasn't enough, Mary Kay Cabot even tried to stir the pot with Joe Flacco, asking him about the so-called competition between him and Kenny Pickett for the starting spot. She tried to push this narrative that they had to hate each other, as if there was some kind of toxic rivalry where they were supposed to push each other to fail instead of supporting each other. But Flacco wasn't having any of it. When she threw that question his way, he shut her down, flat out. He didn't buy into the drama she was trying to create. He made it crystal clear that this wasn't a two-way competition, but a four-way competition, meaning there were more than just two quarterbacks in the mix. No animosity, no petty rivalry, just four guys competing to earn their spot. Even though Mary Kay Cabot is trying her hardest to paint Shedeur Sanders as some kind of mediocre quarterback, the reality is the exact opposite. The people who matter, they see it. They know what's happening. Take offensive coordinator Tommy Rees, for example. He couldn't help but watch in awe from the sideline as Shedeur worked his magic.
Also make the defender miss. This is the offensive coordinator sitting there watching in his all-white, watching Shedeur Sanders, man, completely dominate. That's all he can do, though. Is just take advantage of the opportunities that you are given in regards to in front of you, and then just let the chips fall where they make it.
Shedeur Sanders isn't just out there going through the motions. He's taking full advantage of every single rep. His precision, his vision, and his ability to make plays on the fly have left everyone around him in complete disbelief. Whether it's with his arm, throwing absolute dimes, or with his legs, dodging defenders with ease, Shedeur is showing exactly why all eyes are on him. You can see it for yourself. Shedeur Sanders' operation of the offense is on a whole other level compared to Dillon Gabriel's. His command of the game, his decision-making under pressure, and his ability to hit every mark with consistent precision make him stand out in a way Dillon just hasn't been able to match. Every time Shedeur steps on the field, he commands respect. Every pass, every read, every move, it's clear he's in control. Dillon, on the other hand, he's still trying to find his rhythm while Shedeur's already in sync with the game. But still, Mary Kay Cabot is insisting on Gabriel. Despite all the evidence, despite Shedeur's undeniable talent, she continues to push Gabriel as the guy. It's almost as if no matter what Shedeur does, it's never enough to get her to see the truth. In the end, despite all the undeniable evidence, Mary Kay Cabot continues to push her narrative, clinging to Dillon Gabriel while trying to downplay Shedeur Sanders at every turn. While Joe Flacco and Kenny Pickett may be considered the front-runners for the starting spot, it's clear for anyone watching that Shedeur Sanders is the true standout. From his precision and vision to his ability to make plays under pressure, he's been nothing short of spectacular. Meanwhile, Gabriel's struggles with consistency and basic execution don't even come close to what Shedeur has been delivering on the field. Mary Kay may continue to promote Gabriel, but the reality is Shedeur Sanders has already shown he's more than ready for the spotlight. Coaches, scouts, and even the players on the field know this. While Mary Kay focuses on outdated stories and baseless critiques, Shedeur is busy breaking ankles, making throws, and taking command of the offense in a way Gabriel just can't match. At the end of the day, actions speak louder than words. And the actions of Shedeur Sanders have spoken volumes. His place at the top is inevitable, and no amount of bias or misguided opinions will change that. Shedeur Sanders isn't just a rising star, he's a quarterback who's already proven he's ready to lead. So what do you think? Do you agree with Mary Kay Cabot's take on Shedeur Sanders? Or do you see his undeniable talent? Is Dillon Gabriel really the guy, or is Shedeur clearly the future? With Flacco and Pickett as frontrunners, do they stand a chance? Or is Shedeur outshining them? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear from you.